She thought she'd inherited millions. Grandma left her $200 and a lesson. My stepsister Miranda has always been allergic to anything that doesn't scream luxury. The kind of girl who thinks a $4,000 ring is cheap. I'm not exaggerating. She actually cried for 3 days when my dad gave her one for her birthday, calling it disrespectful to her image. She's been in our lives for 3 years now, ever since my dad remarried just months after my mom passed away. I thought grief made him impulsive. Turns out, it made him blind. From the moment she moved in, Miranda declared war on my mother's memory. Her first act? Ordering that every photo of mom be taken down because it made her uncomfortable. She banned her name from conversation. My dad went along with it because, in his words, we all need to move on. But I saw it for what it was. Erasure. The rest of the family caught on quickly. My uncle banned Miranda from his house after she picked a drunken fight over a wine brand. My aunt called her a diamond-digging banshee. But her worst feud was with my grandmother Josephine. They despised each other so much that Christmas dinner 2 years ago turned into a public spectacle when Miranda, in her shiny silver dress, called Grandma a jealous old hag for not complimenting her outfit. Grandma just laughed and told her, "Not everything that glitters is gold, dear." But when Grandma got diagnosed with terminal cancer 6 months ago, everything changed. Suddenly, Miranda transformed into a saint. She started calling Grandma every morning, bringing her expensive chocolates, flowers, and vitamins. She even offered to quit her job, though, to be fair, I'm pretty sure she hadn't worked a full week in her life, to become Grandma's full-time caregiver out of love. Of course, everyone knew what she was after. Grandma was loaded. Properties, stocks, jewelry, and a savings account that could buy a small island. Miranda was laying it on thick, posting emotional tributes online about cherishing every moment with her sweet granny. My dad fell for it. The rest of us just watched, waiting for the curtain to drop. Grandma never said a word about it, but whenever I visited her, she'd give me this sly smile and say, "She thinks I can't tell the difference between care and calculation." Last week, Grandma passed peacefully in her sleep. It was heartbreaking, but she went exactly how she wanted, calm, in her favorite chair, surrounded by her dog. The funeral was classic Miranda theater. She showed up in designer black, cried loud enough to echo through the church, and made sure every photo included her mourning face. 3 days later, it was time for the will reading. The entire family gathered in a lawyer's office downtown. Miranda walked in looking like a grieving movie star. Black Prada dress, pearl necklace, flawless makeup. She even dabbed her eyes delicately with a tissue before sitting down. My uncle and aunt exchanged looks. I braced myself. The lawyer started reading. My uncle inherited Grandma's beloved car collection. My aunt got the lake house and her art. I got a college trust fund and Grandma's personal library, which meant the world to me because she taught me to love books. Miranda, sitting across from me, was practically vibrating with excitement. She kept tucking her hair behind her ear, smiling like a kid on Christmas morning. Then came her turn. The lawyer cleared his throat. The room went dead silent. "To Miranda," he began, "who spent 6 months pretending to care about a dying woman for financial gain, I swear." The oxygen left the room. Miranda's smile froze midair. The lawyer continued, "I leave my entire collection of costume jewelry from the 1970s, valued at approximately $200. May she finally afford the tacky rings she's always crying about." It was like watching a human light switch flip through every shade of rage. She went from ghost white to crimson in seconds. "Are you kidding me?" she screamed, slamming her palms on the table so hard a pen rolled off. The lawyer, deadpan, said, "That's what it says here, Ms. Williams." She exploded. "This is illegal!" "I took care of her. She loved me. I'll contest this whole thing." My stepmom tried to calm her down, but Miranda shoved past her, heels clacking as she stormed out. She flung open the office door so hard it hit the wall, knocking a picture frame to the floor. We could still hear her yelling down the hall, "She can't do this to me!" The lawyer closed his folder and said calmly, "Mrs. Josephine specifically requested I read that section word for word." She predicted this reaction precisely. Everyone burst out laughing except my dad, who just sat there stunned, his face pale. For 3 years, he defended Miranda, called me jealous whenever I tried to warn him. Now he finally saw it. He turned to me, voice shaking, and whispered, "I'm so sorry. I should have listened."